I would like to give just a small introduction or background to this event, to share with you who we are organizing this, how it came together, and why we are actually even doing this thing. So we, the organizers, are a part of something called the Critical Software Thing Group. Basically, this is a group of artists, PhD students, which are all sharing a similar interest in the, how should I say, the material, the political and the cultural implications of software and digital media. Many of us are also engaged ourselves in the development of software and applications as part of our artistic practices. We met at a different mix of places, from universities to art festivals. Some of us met at the Pit summer school in Aarhus in 2014. Others met a little bit later the same year in Hong Kong at the Transmediale PhD event there. That's to say that this project, it's not only taking place within academia and within the universities, but actually also how we are meeting up is reflecting the interdisciplinary nature of the participants. It develops so in between art and academia, and currently we are also working on a publication which will be hopefully launched in spring next year in 2017. It's called Execution Practices, and it's part of the Autonomedia data browser series. And hopefully it will be launched at Transmediale next year. But let's see. Yeah, it's there, getting there. Location-wise, we are basically based all over. Some of us are here in Malmö, others are in Aarhus, others again are in London, Montreal, and Hong Kong. And what we started to do was that in the winter 2014 and 2015, we opened up a Skype channel, a Skype phone call. We made a Skype phone call, and then we started to do bi-weekly meetings on Skype, where we shared our interest, we were talking, we were discussing about these interests in digital media. We dubbed ourselves Critical Software Group Thing, but I should note that it very quickly became clear for us that it's foremost the enactment of software, which is so the actual execution of programs, which is our main interest, like how this is executed in real life. That means that despite the name, we're not just dealing with software, but we are actually rather, I can say, investigating how software and hardware are interweaving with cultural, political, as well as socio-economical practices, or context. So this is more a broader understanding of software group. And we really wanted to meet physically. So we approached our respective universities and told them about our activities and asked if they would be interested in supporting this further. They were interested, and so in December last year, we initialized the first version of Executions. It was a 2-day event called Execution version 0.1, Conversations on Code, Power and Death. That took place at the Department of Advanced Studies at Aarhus University. And it was organized by Vinnie Soon, Lea Multofte Olsen, Thomas Bjørnsten, Fran Gallardo, and Audrey Sampson. Samson. And we had invited Geoff Cox. I wonder he's here somewhere. He is, yeah, there he is, as our keynote speaker, together with Wendy Chon from Brown University. And then during the masterclass, we had support from other researchers at the faculty to give us responding on our papers and projects. And now we're here in Malmö, which is really nice, really exciting. Yeah, we are very excited, and we are very thankful to K3 and to Medea, to Sarah Bjerstoff and Bosse Reimer for actually wanting to support this. We are also grateful to Susan Kossel and Maria Hellström Reimer and Nikita Matsuro, who will join us on Saturday as the respondents for the full-day masterclass. So for this event in Malmö, we decided to adjust the format in order to strengthen the practice aspect of our activities. Instead of more traditional papers and abstract, we actually invited people to submit prototypes, practice-based research. And it comes with all its messiness, its models, its mock-ups, its concepts, and its sketches and its drafts. And that's what, as Bosse mentioned before, what you can see in this space next to the Medea space, where you can actually explore and have a possibility to get a little bit also your own hands on what we are doing. But one thing is the format of doing. The other is the political implications of actually doing something. Today's two keynote speakers, they are both, I would say, excellent examples of practitioners who are working very carefully in the intersections of practice and politics, really with a specific interest in how digital media is affecting us and how we are constantly being executed by algorithms. Either, literally, as Susan Schubley's research on computational versus non-computational legal frameworks over drone strikes, as that expose, or in the case of Femke Snelding and your collaborators, practice where execution and algorithms they are explored through how standards for encoding impose certain constraints and conformity in cultural practice. Besides today's public event, we have asked the keynote lecturers to be with us and engage as much as possible with us over the next few days. So tonight's conversation, this afternoon's conversation, will be able to develop over the coming days through tomorrow's workshops, where we together in depth will have the possibility to explore and discuss each of your projects, and also in the full day workshop on Saturday, where we will turn the table and we will discuss our projects and thoughts. So now time to welcome the lecturers. I will give the word to Erik, and he will make an introduction to Susan. Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly introduce Susan. We're so happy you could come. We've as Linda said, we've been reading Susan's work, which is really broad in its range in our little research group. And it's really this focus of how things, the materiality of and sites of execution, whether it's actual, violent sites of execution, and also the way technology interacts with that. Susan's a senior lecturer and deputy director of the Center for Research Architecture at Goldsmiths University in London. She's also an artist. I really encourage you to go to her website. If you just use a search engine of your choice and look up her name, she has a website where you can see all the kind of different work she's engaged with. Susan, her current work, as it says on your website, it explores the ways in which toxic ecologies from nuclear accidents and oil spills to the dark snow of the Arctic are producing an extreme image archive of material wrongs. And I think even though she won't be speaking about that necessarily today, there's this kind of archival aspect that's very important. And she's actually just come from a nuclear power plant in Sweden, where she's been carrying out research just this week. I think that's enough. Her work has been shown all over the world, in Shanghai Biennale, in Fundación Prea, even in the Bildmuseet in Sweden. And we also have one of her video pieces in the exhibit, which you can see. And yes, and her talk tonight is called Computing the Law, Searching for Justice. Thank you.